Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Chilltown Hoops. I'm your host, Jermaine. The youngsters call me OG. My friends call me J-Dub. Who's in the house? Let's see what it is. What up, Jake? What up, Cam? I'm running good. Cam, how you running, brother? Henry, how you doing? I'm good, my man. Brandon, what's up? Nice. What's going on, guys? How y'all doing tonight? I think Milwaukee got a good shot at winning tonight. I do. I'm interested to see how this goes. Very interested to see how it goes. I think Phoenix wins tonight. I think Milwaukee got a good shot at winning. This is cranberry juice, my man. Cranberry juice and water. That's it. What's up, Vaughn? How you doing, brother? Brownie Live. LeBron's the GOAT. Yes, he is. What's up, Sky? What's going on, brother? Nah, I'm here. I'm here, Rico. I'm in the house. It's your birthday, Mike? What's going on, man? Happy birthday to you. All right. Holiday or Reggie? You mean Drew Holiday or Reggie? Reggie who? Reggie Miller? I think Milwaukee got a good shot at winning tonight. I think they adjust defensively. I think they adjust defensively, and I think they got a good shot at winning tonight. If Kobe was 6'9", I don't know if he'd play the way he does if he was that big. James Harden's a better all-around player than Allen Iverson. Yes, Giannis definitely needs to shoot more. 11 shots is not enough. Drew Holiday is a better player than Reggie Jackson. Ben, what's up, brother? How you doing? Beck, how you doing, brother? What's up, Drew? I'm keeping good, brother. I think Milwaukee got a good shot at winning tonight. I think they got a really good chance to win tonight. I think they'll adjust defensively, and I'm very interested to see how they come out. But Darius, what's up, bro? What's up, guy? How you doing? Mount Rushmore defenders. You only letting me pick 4 of them? Wow, that's it. Jordan, Dennis, Olajuwon. Man, that's tough. Cash, what's up? Thomas, I think Olajuwon got a lot. Not Olajuwon. I'm sorry. I think Giannis got some work to do. Yes, they do, Jake. They both got to play better tonight. And Holiday got to get more involved offensively. I think Spencer Dinwiddie could have really helped the Brooklyn Nets. Really could have helped them. He could have been. He would have been one of their better second unit guys. Weather's good down here. Jimmy Butler in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you again. What's up, King? I'm doing good. Ethan, I'm from Jersey originally. Well, I think Milwaukee got a good shot at winning tonight. I think they'll adjust defensively, and they saw a lot of what they did. I think they'll adjust defensively. Francisco, what's up, brother? How you doing? Michael, how's the crack? Crack's good? That's how Irish people greet you. It's not actually crack, guys. They ask, what's the crack? They ask, how's the crack? That means how you doing. So, come on, what's up, brother? Jake, what's up, brother? Tomas, my good man. Well, I think he has, Sky. I think up until this point, he has outcoached him. Yes, I do. from Japan. Mr. Rodriguez, how you running, brother? Thank you. You got the Bucks in 6. All right. I do think LeBron is the most hated. And the reason why he's the most hated is because people love him. They want to be a part of that. That's why they hate him. Rigo, what's up? How you doing, brother? Well, he's coming off. Dinwiddie is coming off of. We don't know how he's gonna how his knee is gonna respond. So he's kind of behind the 8 ball here. I was a baller back in the days at St. Anthony. Yes, sir. That's correct. Yeah, Johnny, I don't mind the Celtics trading Marcus Smart. And the reason why I don't mind them trading Marcus Smart, Johnny, is because I think you're going to get what you miss in him defensively. I think you're going to get a lot of that back from Jaylen Brown. Ricky, you want me to speak on Yao Ming? Yao Ming, the problem with Yao Ming was his mobility. If he could have held up, he would have definitely been one of the all-time greats. I think he's Hall of Fame worthy, but Yao Ming was awesome. The problem was his mobility. He couldn't hold up as much as I would have liked to see him hold up. I think this would move Chris Paul up, Chandler, if he were to win the NBA championship. Well, Giannis was 20. He was 20 and 17 after not playing for a week. I think he'll be a lot better today. I think he'll adjust offensively. So I'm interested to see how he rolls tonight. Very much so. Well, Luka is already a top 5 player, Kanye. I think he'd be higher on the list if he was a better defender. I don't have a specific team, Michael, because like I said, these guys move around so much that it's difficult to get with one team. Let me write that down for you, Mike. Let me write that down for you, Humpty. Hang on, it's PayPal.me/Chilltown. Oops. That's me right there, my man. I love Boston, Johnny. I had a great time when I was up there. Well, Luka, I can't really. I don't know what to make of Kyle Kuzma because one minute he's great, and in the next minute I don't know what the story is with him. Tyson Chandler is not a Hall of Famer, no sir. Because we're going basically off of his NBA career. We're not going off of anything else, and those numbers are not Hall of Fame worthy. 1 All-Star, 1 All NBA performance, and a Defensive Player of the Year. No. Mm-mm. LeBron is in my top 5 loading. Absolutely. I think this playoffs would be a lot different if the Lakers were healthy. If a lot of teams were healthy, this playoffs would be much different than what it is now. Way different. The first game I ever remember watching, it was the 76ers when they had Doc in the late 70s. Well, Luka's not going to become more athletic. Most underrated mid-range shooter, DeMar DeRozan, I think. I think Tatum has a very good shot at being. I think he'll be in the MVP discussion in the very near future. I think he's going to be a top 5 player. My thoughts on Michael Porter Jr. are he falls in love with the 3 ball. I think he can be an elite player I'd like to see him rebound a little bit more and be better on the defensive side, but I think he's going to be one of the better players in the game. I think he actually has the opportunity. He will have the opportunity at some point to be a top 10 player. Absolutely. Yeah, he could slim down. My thoughts on Shawn Marion. Shawn Marion would be great in today's game. The Matrix, yeah, I think so. No, I don't, Nathan. That wouldn't be a good idea. What's up, Todd Smith? Let's get it, man. Well, Jake, that's because he's a scorer. That's not his game to pass. Now, I think that as time goes on, he can add that to his game. So, game time going on right now. Nice job, Giannis. Nice job. That's how we starting tonight. I like that. I don't know if Luka's going to take over the league, but I think he'll be one of the better players. I have met. I met some people. Not. I met like a couple of people who recognize me. So yeah, Mika, I have met some people. I took a picture. I was just yesterday. I took a picture with some people. I was out getting some exercise and took a picture with some people. Yep. They got to get Giannis a solid number two, who I think that's Drew's game right there. That is his game. That mid range. He falls in love with that three ball because that's the way Milwaukee plays. That's what screws them up. Good shot, Jay. We'll live with Jay Crowder shooting that. Absolutely. I think John Isaacs is a big part of what Orlando's doing in the future. And nice job, Giannis. Well, Giannis came to play tonight. Yup, turnover. Ooh, you missed that one. Good D. Yeah. Nice job, Drew. That's Drew's game. Drew's game is in the mid range and going to the basket. That's his game. He falls in love with the three ball because that's the way Milwaukee plays. And then he gets away from what he's doing. And that screws him up. Good defense. Good. My thoughts on Shawn Marion, Love, is Shawn Marion I think he would be great today. He had an unorthodox shot, but he was incredible in transition, and he was a really good rebounder. Good shot. He was a really good rebounder. He was a solid defender, and he was great in transition. I dug Shawn Marion, Love. Yeah, I dug Shawn Marion's game. Good shot. Good shot, Giannis. I don't mind that shot at all. Well, that's because Kanye. That's because we live in a YouTube society where everything is right now. Rebound. Good job. Well, I can't rate AD all time in power forwards because he's in the middle of his career. He's not an all time great yet. He still has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Who's my favorite commentator? Mike Breen. I love him. I love him and Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy. I like this group. My thoughts on James Wiseman. I'm hoping that he can hold up. I don't know if he's going to be with the Warriors. I don't know if he's going to stay with the Warriors, but I think he's going to be dynamic. I mean, what can you say about Donovan Mitchell? Donovan Mitchell is a ridiculous athlete, and he's one of the better guards in the game. I love Anunoby. I love Anunoby because he's the consummate D and three guy. He's one of the better D and three guys in the league. I love his game, and he's tough as nails too. Hmm. What do the Mavs need to do to build around? Well, I think Porzingis needs to get better. The shot. I think Porzingis needs to get better. I love what Tim Hardaway is doing. Well, Wyatt, I think that's the reason why they lost in game one because they didn't get anything offensively from Drew Holiday. Good. Nice job, Giannis. Kyrie is a better. I'm sorry. Trae Young is a better passer than Kyrie. Kyrie is a little more efficient than him. I think Trae is a little more stable than Kyrie. So that's probably why I would go with Kyrie. And he doesn't get banged up as much. What's up, Jaden? How you doing, brother? No problem, Brian. I appreciate you picking your head in. I appreciate that. I know you can't stay long. Thoughts on Lonzo Ball, his potential future in the NBA? I think he's going to be, if he gets himself in the right situation, I think that New Orleans situation, nice job, Giannis. I think that New Orleans situation is too unstable, and I think that him getting out of there would be a better, I think him playing for a more stable organization would help him out tremendously. Francisco Booker's been struggling these whole playoffs. He hasn't been efficient. This is who he is. Is Kevin Garnett overrated? Kevin Garnett is not overrated. No. Jamal Mashburn and Anton Jameson? I think Jamal Mashburn had a better handle. I think Anton Jameson was a better athlete. That's a good question. I probably have to go with Anton Jameson. Thanks, Keller. Good to see you, my man. Thanks for coming through. Do I think Booker's dropping off what lately? Dropping off Marcus Johnson and Reggie Theus. They're two different players. Marcus Johnson he wasn't the same. He wasn't the same kind of player. Top 5 3-point shooters of all time. Steph, Ray Allen, Larry Bird. Steph, Ray Allen, Larry Bird. Steve Kerr. Klay Thompson. That's tough. Wilt is not top 10 all the time. Why not? I don't listen to that, Michael, to be quite honest with you. I don't that goes in one ear and out the other when I hear people talking about who Wilt played against. I don't get to pick what era I play in. KD is not he's not one of the greatest 3-point shooters of all time. Reggie Miller is one of the greatest shooters of all time. It's just those guys that I said were ahead of him. So Rico, why do you think Wilt is overrated? He dominated his era. So of the people on that list that I just said, Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Klay Thompson, and those guys. Ray Allen, who did I said? Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Larry Bird, Klay Thompson. Who did I have for I had a fourth guy in there. And Steve Kerr. I did have Steve Kerr up there. Why do I think Shaq and Hakeem are better than Kobe? Because Kobe dominated. Shaq and Hakeem dominated more. Richards, my thoughts on Toni Kukoc. Toni Kukoc revolutionized the Euro influx. Because before Toni Kukoc, the big man was the traditional big man. When Toni Kukoc came in at 6'11" and now is playing on the perimeter, then comes Dirk, and now this is the future of basketball. And this is what we're going to be looking at in the future. Well, Book has been shooting, Wyatt. That's his game. We want Jay Crowder shooting. My thoughts on Marcus Smart is necessary. I put him in the same category with guys like Draymond Green and Horace Grant, Dennis Rodman. You're not winning without guys like that. And they're good trade bait, too. They're great trade bait. Nice job, Tuck. Tuck's got to put more pressure on Chris Paul to play defense. He has to. 12A, when KD came to the Warriors, KD was the best player on that team. Charles Oakley. Nah, Rico, I don't think so. Because James played on both sides of the ball, and he did it for a long time. Good D. Good shot, PJ. I don't know if I like him standing in that corner. Ed Reed is better than Troy Polamalu, and Troy Polamalu was incredible. No, Mike, I don't support any soccer teams. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about it. I know about guys, but I don't know enough about the game. Lamar Odom was more skilled than Derek Coleman. Derek Coleman was a better rebounder, but Lamar Odom was more skilled than him. Thoughts on Caron Butler? Like, a lot of people don't talk about Chris Bosh. I do remember that 2010 Celtics Bulls playoff run. I thought that was awesome. I think that was the first time in NBA history that a team, a playoff series, I think 5 of the 6 games went into overtime. Michael Redd or Chris Middleton? Chris Middleton is a better all-around scorer. Michael Redd was more of a long ball shooter. Can Giannis finish in the top 10 all the time? Giannis got some work to do. Giannis has a lot of work to do, but the way he's going, he could. Got to put some pressure on. He has to. There's an unpopular opinion that I have. I got to think about that one. Oh, Buck Williams. That's easy for me. And I love Otis Thorpe. But Buck Williams became a dirty work guy when he went to Portland. Before he got to Portland, he was an all-star. He was like 18 and 11. You take Otis Thorpe off that Houston Rocket team and put Buck Williams on it, they still winning it. Giannis in the GOAT combo? Not yet. Good shot, yo. Giannis not in the GOAT conversation yet. Nope. I don't mind that shot, but we gotta get Ayton involved more. I don't mind that shot at all. No, I don't. I don't mind that shot at all. Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Devin Booker. I'm going to answer that question all night long. Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Devin Booker. Absolutely. Paul George is a better player than Tracy McGrady. Damn. Larry Nance over Jerome Kersey. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, George? Kevin Durant is a better player than Steph Curry all time. The Heatles were a super team. I don't really buy too much into that. What's up, Dolphy? I don't really buy too much into that super team rhetoric because super teams were going on for years. Bob McAdoo was a better player than Nate Thurman, even though Nate Thurman was incredible. '87 Bird or 14 KD. Tatum or Mitchell. I think Booker is overrated, Skip. Y'all trying to put him in the GOAT conversation. Or that he can be as good as Kobe. Let's hold up for a second on that. KD is not top 10 for me. No. Not only would I consider the 86 Celtics a super team, the 82, 83, the 81, 82 Los Angeles Lakers is a super team. The 83 Philadelphia 76ers was a super team. I can keep going. The 86, 87 Lakers was a super team. I can do this all day with them. Who's my top 10? James, Jordan, Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell, Magic, Bird, Duncan, Lajuan, Diesel. What's up, Isaiah? How you doing, brother? What does KD have to do to be in the top 10 all time? Well, he doesn't play on both sides of the ball like those guys in the top 10 do. Best perimeter defender in the league currently. Currently? That could be Lou Dort. No, not Lou Dort. I'm sorry. Maybe Ben Simmons. Tatum, Mitchell, Trey, and Booker. In that order, Mitchell, Tatum, or Tatum, Mitchell, Trey, and Booker. '87. First of all, '87 Bird didn't. 14 KD won the league MVP. '87 Bird did not win the league MVP. So that wasn't. I thought Bird's better. I think Bird averaged 29 a game that year. I think he went 50, 40, 90 that year. And they couldn't give him the league MVP 4 years in a row. No way could they do that. '87 Bird. Because those guys that I just named dominated more than Kobe did. Donovan Mitchell. When Jamal Murray is healthy, I think Donovan Mitchell is the best. He's one of the best young players in the league. De'Aaron Fox is. Every time Ja Morant sees De'Aaron Fox gives him everything he's looking for. Everything. 85 MJ or 08 Kobe. Jordan didn't play in '85. He broke his foot. Top 3 centers ever. Jabbar, Wilt, Russell. Next job, Giannis. This is Giannis's game. This is who he is. Going to the basket, creating contact, getting fouls. Well, see, Thompson, that's my problem. It's not needed in this era. Why is it not needed? Since when is it not important to play defense? How can you be considered an all-time great if you don't play defense? If you only play on one side of the ball, you're a specialist. Will Carson Edwards ever get a chance? Who's Carson Edwards? I played two guard, Mike. Jordan was an all-star in '88. Yes, he was. He broke his foot. Xavier McDaniel, because Xavier McDaniel was buckets. My thoughts on Joel Embiid, I think the Philadelphia 76ers in the very near future are going to win the NBA championship. I still believe that. I said that 2 years ago, and I stick by that. With Joel Embiid as their catalyst. Good shot, Bo. My thoughts on Arvydas Sabonis. Arvydas Sabonis was revolutionary, and had he been able to be healthy, and he didn't, because Shaq caught him later when he started to break down. He had the potential to be the greatest big man ever. Good shot, Bo. I do think Joel Embiid could become a top 50 player. He's got that kind of dominant game. It's just a question of him displaying it regularly. Good shot. Young Celtics team with a championship in the next 3 years. Well, I don't think they're that far away. They was in the Eastern Conference Championship last year. So I think that they are close. My thoughts on Cam Johnson, I think he's dynamic. I do. I think his ability to shoot the basketball and to shoot the long ball and his length helps him out tremendously. 94 Olajuwon. Good shot. All right, Mike, take care, brother. Who's the best player in the league right now? What's up, Zach? Who's the best player in the NBA right now? Nope. Best player in the NBA right now. Are we talking about healthy or just right now? Nice job, yo. Healthy, LeBron James. As long as LeBron James is healthy, he's the best player in the NBA. Right now, Steph Curry. Yep. Is Ray Lewis the best linebacker? I'm having a tough time picking him over Lawrence Taylor. Paul Pierce or T-Mac? Paul Pierce. Giannis over AD. Aspen, love you too, brother. I am gonna go see the new Space Jam, Logan. Francisco, not much. I don't really watch much of UFC. I'm sorry. Glenn Robinson over Chuck Person. Duncan over KG. Do I agree that flashy players tend to be slightly overrated? You mean like guys like Booker? Maybe. KG over Dirk. Embiid and Ayton are similar to Olajuwon. Brady was more impactful. Lawrence Taylor was more impactful. Brady is the quarterback, so he's got the ball all the time. No, I don't think so, Keller, because the numbers are the numbers. Best six man of all time, or the most talented six man of all time. The best six man of all time is Manu Ginobili. David Robinson over Moses Malone slightly because David Robinson played on the other side of the ball at a higher rate. My favorite analyst is Jalen Rose. Dennis Rodman. I'm interested to see how the Steelers come out. Very interested. Yeah. Chris Paul over Westbrook. Best Philadelphia Eagle of all time. Reggie White. Right behind that, Randall Cunningham. Nah, Chandler, I don't think so. No. Prime Ron Harper or Xavier McDaniel. If you trade Ron Harper, nice job. You get a lot of stuff going to the basket. That's fine. Forbes needs to be on the floor, though. See what that pickup point is with Chris Paul and slowing him down? Good defense. Good defense, guys. Rebound. Good. Pushing Chris Paul away from the basket and chasing those guys off the three-point line. I don't like Bobby Porter shooting that long ball. Nah, I'm not feeling it. That's not. We can get a better shot than that. Best recent coaching signing that I've ever seen. In the last 2 years, the Phoenix Suns getting Monty Williams. Orlando Shack. Dale Ellis. Braun. No, John, I'm not feeling trading Ben Simmons for De'Aaron Fox. Rebound. Rebound to basketball. Marlon Humphrey. No, I'm not, sir. Kobe. I would rather build a team around him. Jordan. Go to him on the block. Go to him. Good. No help over there, Giannis. You and him. Yep. Don't let him off the hook. Good. That's fine. I don't mind that shot. That's fine. No problem. Van Exel, Abdul Rahim. Nice shot. And this is where Milwaukee gets themselves in trouble because they have cold spells where they don't do much. Like we can't go 2-3 trips where we're not doing anything. We have to do something, get something going downhill. I don't like that switch. Good defense. Good defense. Good D. How much do I think Ben Simmons is worth? Well, they just signed him to an extension. Good shot. They just signed him to an extension. Rico, the best dunk I ever seen was Jordan punching it over the top of Patrick Ewing in the 91 playoffs. No problem, Mark. Okay, I got you, Chandler. No, I don't think so, Jaden, because if he beats him back in 12, that would be 2 straight seasons of them losing in the NBA Finals. And that team probably wouldn't be that team probably wouldn't still be together. No, I don't think so, Dwayne. Jabbar was better than Shaq with the Lakers. 3 league MVPs, 3 league MVPs, 5 championships. I think he was better. Who can score at the mid-range? What makes you think that LaMelo is overrated? Because people say he's better than D'Angelo? Why is he overrated? Just because of that? Bucks, Kareem, or Wizards, or Lopez? That's not a question I need to answer. We all know that. Good shot. My thoughts on Tracy McGrady. Tracy McGrady wasn't very efficient. Tracy McGrady has 6. Tracy McGrady had a 8-year stretch where he went 26 a game. 26. He had 6 of those 8 years, he shot under 42%. He was an incredible scorer. He wasn't a very efficient scorer. And a lot of that has to do with him not being on very good teams. He was on a team that went up 3-1 against the Detroit Pistons, who won the NBA championship that year in 2004. He was on that team, and they ended up losing after being up 3-1. Good defense. Good defense. My thoughts on Klay Thompson. One of the best long ball shooters I've ever seen. Good shot. I don't think so, Fabry. Nice pass, big man. Paul George is on his way to being a Hall of Famer. I think so. Not just in the NBA. Prime D Rose or KD, Kevin Durant. Walk. Good shot, yo. I mean, Penny Hardaway, before he lost Shaq, he was first team All NBA 2 of the 3 years he played with him. Taking care of the basketball. Take care of the basketball. No. Good defense. What are my thoughts on Caron Butler? When he got drafted by the Miami Heat, they were building that thing around him. And when they brought Shaq in, no, good block. Great block. When they brought Shaq in, that kind of He went the other way, but he still became a really good player, making an all-star team, had a really good mid-range game, tough as nails. I dug Caron Butler's game. What's a trade that a team declined but should have accepted? Sam Perkins for Kevin McHale in 1987. What are my thoughts on Mikal Bridges? I think he's another really good DN3 guy. I think he's and I think that if he continues to do what he's doing, he'll be around for a long time. I don't think the Bulls beat that Rockets team. No, sir. Holiday can score the ball. He just blew that layup, but he's been solid so far. If the Bucks lose this game, all it means is that Phoenix held serve. Now the Bucks got to go home and they got to hold serve, because we could see a way different Phoenix team if we come back here, series tied 2-2. Chicago Bulls can become the championship contenders. They got a lot of work to do. How can the Chicago Bulls become championship contenders? They got to make a splash. That's what they would have to do. Because getting Vujacic isn't enough. And Zach LaVine and Vujacic are not gonna get you to the NBA championship or become contenders. I mean, Vujacic was traded mid-season. Next season, we're gonna see who these guys are. I mean, prime John Wall in his prime, he was 19-9. Yes, Joseph. Thanks, brother. Thoughts on Big Ben. I think Big Ben is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He's going down in history as one of the best quarterbacks in the history of the game. Or do you mean Ben Wallace? It's going good, Chubb. How you doing, brother? My starting five of the league this season? Steph, Leonard, Luka. Dame over Russ. Steph, Leonard, Luka, Giannis, Embiid. Can anyone beat a lineup of Iverson, Kobe, MJ, LeBron, Shaq? Yep. I'll tell you the lineup that could beat them. Magic, Jordan, James, Duncan, Jabbar. I do think I don't know if the Lakers win it, but I think that they go a little further if those guys are healthy. Thoughts on the Malice in the Palace? My fault. I didn't mean to do that. No, he all right. He's got hit in the face. He's fine. No big deal. He's fine. Just a little smack on the face. best guard all times. Magic Johnson is the best point guard all time. Michael Jordan is the best two guard all time. This is what I mean with Brook Lopez playing that far out, and he's got Chris Paul switched on him. And we shooting the long ball. You got Chris Paul switched on him. Go after him. Tatum over Jimmy Butler. I think he's got more potential. Walk. I think Kawhi Leonard is a better overall player offensively than Giannis. And I think he's just as good a defensive player. So I go with I go with Leonard. Phoenix up 39-37. Y'all. I don't know, Cash, if LeBron gets another one. I do think Draymond Green's going to be a Hall of Famer. I do. Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA performer. I do think he's going to be a Hall of Famer at some point. Thoughts on Sam Cassell? Well, Sam Cassell was he started his career as a backup, and then he became the consummate pro. He was one of the steadiest guys that I've seen in the NBA. And if you're trying to move forward, you need Sam Cassell on your unit. Shot. What I think Miami has to do to become contenders again. Well, they got to have a little bit of an offseason, which is what they had now. What kind of shot is that, DeAndre? Nice. Get on the backboard. Get on the backboard. Nice job. Who had the crispiest haircut? Who do you think had the crispiest haircut? Why am I the GOAT? I don't know. Cash, the best athlete of all times is Bo Jackson, in my opinion. Do you think Zion could ever do what LeBron has done in his career? I do think that. Zi-Fi, I think that if Zion can get a mid-range game and he could stay healthy, I think that he's going to be the face of the league. I'm originally from Jersey, my man. Yes, Deion Sanders, in my opinion, is the best defensive back ever. I don't know if any one of these guys is more deserving of getting a ring, but I do know that this is Giannis's best opportunity. This is the best team he's been on since he's been in the league. And Chris Paul, this is his best opportunity. Good shot. Who's the best D&3 guy of all time? Good shot. These guys shoot a lot of threes, and this is what gets them away from good. Don't switch. Rebound. Nice. Good defense. That's a shot, Giannis. No, that's not a good one. Uh-uh. We don't want him shooting the long ball. Good shot. My thoughts on PJ Tucker are PJ Tucker is the consummate. PJ Tucker is in that same category with guys like Draymond Green and Horace Grant. Like, you're not winning without Marcus Smart. You're not winning without those guys. Rebound. Good shot, Chris. Chubby, I think it's silly to say that Giannis isn't skilled. I think it's nuts to say something like that. No, I don't think so with Tracy McGrady because Tracy McGrady played 16 years in the NBA. It wasn't like he played 6 or 7. He played 16 years in the NBA. His prime, he had an 8-year prime where he went 26 a game. I don't think he peaked rookie season. No problems, Alpha. I did, Richards. I played junior college basketball in Vermont. I played 2 years at Champlain College, and then from there I played 2 years at Utah State. I don't know if Zach is wasting his career in Chicago because they did get him Vujicic. So they are trying to do something. Bron or KD? Bron. He's a better all-around player than Kevin Durant. No, I wouldn't say that. I think you would say that, Cash, but I wouldn't say his play is a combination. Tatum reminds me more of a less athletic but more skilled version of Tracy McGrady. I don't think Ayton is better than Bam. Well, yes, I have. I have been upstaged in debates. I have debates all the time. Do you think Paul George work being a better number one in Oklahoma City? Hold on, let me get back to that. So I heard that correctly. If you could pick any player right now to start a team with in the future, who are you picking? I love what Zion's doing. Do you think Paul George works better as a number one option, like on Oklahoma City? Well, he is a number one. I think so. I don't think he's a. I don't think. I think he could be a number one. Let me rephrase that. When I was younger, all right, Dwayne, good to see you, brother. When I was younger, I would have debates, and I didn't really know much about the game, and I was just going off the top of my head, and we were talking about stuff that I thought I knew about, but I didn't. Who do I think is the most underrated defender of all times? Hmm, that's a good question. The most electrifying player in NBA history, Dominique, man. He always brought the roof down. Is that a fact that they're changing the logo to Kobe for their 75th anniversary? All right. Smith, Katie is not a very underrated defender. I don't think so. Who does Bam remind me of? He reminds me of a better version of Buck Williams. Drew Holiday and Middleton, 5 for 20 between the both of them. One rule I would change: bring back hand checking. Jimmy Butler plays on both sides of the ball. Oh, so somebody giving me some nonsense, Kanye. So that's not true. They're not changing the logo to Kobe. Nope. Nice job, Giannis. All right, so I guess somebody was giving me some nonsense. Okay. Good D. Great defense, Drew. Great D. No, I don't, Andrew. Nice job. Long term, I'm building my team around Zion. Most deserving player that should be in the Hall of Fame. Well, they had never seen anybody like Jabbar when he was in high school, except for Chamberlain. Jabbar was the next Chamberlain. We had never seen anybody in high school like James. Good shot, Giannis. Luka, damn. Man, what are you guys looking at when you look at Luka? Dame isn't as efficient as Luka, but he's a better leader. Luka is bigger. Good shot. Luka is bigger. I think Dame shoots more the long ball, maybe a little bit better. I think I'm sorry. I think Luka is a little more. I think Luka is a little more dynamic. Nope. Holiday Holiday got going early and then he hasn't done much. Luka over Dame. It's interesting, love. I tell you, man, it's not something that I thought that would be going on. I was surprised that this was going on the way it's been going on, man. And this is really cool. It is. It's really cool. Hold on, go back. I am too, Richard. I agree with you, Alex. I don't think Kobe's a top 5 player all time. I thought The Last Dance was a great documentary. Good defense. Good defense. Foul and one. Nice job, big man. What's up, True? That was great ball movement right there. That wasn't good. That was great ball movement. Nice job. Pop, 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 pop. Nice job, big man. I think Jaylen Brown can be better than Brandon Ingram because he plays on the other side of the ball. I got you, Cole. Thomas, I got into TikTok. My best friend was the one uh, who started this. He got me into TikTok because his kids were doing it, and I just got into it. And then next thing I know, I started answering basketball questions, and here we are today. Drew Holiday got to play better. Kobe ranks right outside the top 10 for me. He's 11, right outside the top 10. Ron Artest over Rasheed Wallace. Geraldo. Tulisette. Hold on, what did I miss from you? Gerardo, what you got? Thanks, Cash. I think Doc Rivers is. Hang on for a second about Doc Rivers. Dave Cowens one of the most underrated players of all time. Kareem wasn't in his prime in '73. Kareem was in year 4. That wasn't his prime. So, and the series went 7 games. It wasn't like they mopped the floor with them. And not to mention, they beat them the year before. And 2 years before that in '71, they beat them. 3 years before that, they beat them. And that was, I mean, Oscar was washed at that point. So, thanks, Jake. Top 5 small forwards of all time. James, Bird, KD, and this is where it gets tricky. Doc, Leonard. I think Tatum is right outside the top 10. I'm not KD, I'm sorry. I think Tatum is right outside the top 10. But I think that he'll be a top 5 player at some point, Cash, and I think he'll be in the MVP discussion. Absolutely. 5 players that I think are better than Kobe: James, Jordan, Jabbar, Chamberlain, Russell. Where do I think D Wade ranks all time shooting guards? Jordan, Bryant, Wade, Harden, Drexler. Willis Reed. Over Nate Thurman. Nate Thurman. I think Steph Curry, because Steph Curry is so tricky, man, because that he's just in such a different space, yo. I mean, how many 2-time league MVP, 3-time NBA champions do we have? That's a rare dude. Greatest nigga of all time. Ewing? No problem, Aries. Mm-hmm. CP3 or Steph for leading your team. Well, they both started their careers in a tricky spot. What's up, Joe? I'm running good. Both CP3 and Steph started their careers in tricky spots. And, Steph was one of those guys who he was beat up early. He was a good player with weak ankles. That's how Golden State got him on the cheap. But then he blossomed into a player. Let's not forget, Steph Curry didn't make the All-NBA team till year 5. He didn't come right out the gate as that dude. What's up, Jay Wall Street? Who's the most skilled of all times? That's a good one. Steph is a nightmare for opposing defenses. No, I don't think that the Sixers should trade Simmons for D'Angelo Russell. I don't know if he got robbed in '93. I mean, he did win it in '91 and in '92. I don't think he got robbed in '93. The the Suns won 62 games that year. Charles was the best player. They were the number one seed in the West. The Bulls were the third seed in the West. And that's the same team that Jordan was on that the next year won 55 games without him. So, no. Days, what's up? Who do I think is the best all-around player of all times? Scottie Pippen. What should the Hawks do in the offseason? Well, one of the things they should do is they got to make sure they already did one thing, which was very important, and that was lock up Nate McMillan. And the next thing you got to do is you got to get John Collins back. You got to make sure you get him back. I mean, they had 6 guys averaging in double figures, and they're in a position where they're not going to be able to hold on to these guys too much longer. So I think Kobe was more skilled than T-Mac. T-Mac was bigger. I think T-Mac was a better athlete than Kobe. I don't know how Jordan was not, or Chamberlain was not the first unanimous league MVP. I'm gonna get with you in a minute, John. Well, John, that's Rob. That's so short-sighted. The fact that he completely changed the game. Shaq completely changed the game. Chamberlain completely changed the game. I do too, Nick. But it wasn't like Steph changed the game right from the gate. It took years for that to happen with Steph. Remember, Steph didn't make the All NBA team until year 5. How much longer do you think Steph is going to play? Steph is 33 years old. He's been in the league since 2009, right? He's been in the league since 2009. We're in 2021. So that's 12 years. He didn't make the All-League team until year 5. That's almost half his career where he didn't make an All-NBA team. So you want to put a guy in the top 5 who didn't make the All-NBA team until almost half his career was over? That's such a prisoner of the moment logic. No problem, Verdi. Who was a better rookie in your opinion, Wilt or Magic? Andrew, Wilt averaged 37 and 24 as a rookie. He won Rookie of the Year and League MVP. I think the Celtics did a good job in that because it saved them $10 million and it opened up some more money to go get another free agent. So that helped them out tremendously. You're killing me, Taz. Probably Wilt's 100 because that's such a myth. Even though it did happen, because there was no footage of it, I would love to have seen that. Because they're gonna be other game 7s that are great later on in life. To get to see somebody score 100 points and sit courtside of that, man. And to be able to say that I was there, yeah, I'll take that. I think they got another run at it, Patrick, but the issue is that the way that unit is built, right now, they can't win it. They got to shore up some more talent to get around James because we're talking about a dude who'll be 37 in December. Zeke was so good because he just did everything as a point guard. On the offensive end, he was so good with the ball. He was a great distributor. He was a great leader. I wasn't a huge fan of Isaiah, but he was so much better than the guys that were around him at that time. I think him and Drew Holiday and Middleton. I think they're 5 for 21 combined. That's not going to get it done. Steph Curry is better than Reggie all time. I think they got a really good shot, Nicholas. I do. And Porter has to come back better, though. And if he continues to develop his game, I think they got a really good shot. I do think that James is going to pass Jabbar. I do think that. If I had to get one stop in the NBA Finals, who am I taking? Man, that's a tough one. Olajuwon, Russell, Dennis. That's a tough one. John, the Wizards off season. I think that unit that they have I think they got their backcourt short up with Russ and Book. Hachimura's got to come back better. They got to do something about Lopez because they got to get more rebounding and they got to get better in their interior defense. Oh, I would love to see pro basketball back in Seattle. Tatum is better than Book. Vince Carter over T-Mac. I don't know if they're favored to win it. Yeah, I don't know if they're favored to win it, but I think they go back into contention, especially considering what they're going to do in the draft. I'm very interested to see what the Warriors are going to do in the draft with that number 7 pick and Wiseman. I'm very interested to see that. Who do I want to see have them? I want to see all of these guys have success. I might like a guy more, but I don't want to see guys fall on their face. I don't want to see that because that's terrible for the game. Well, they can't let Dame walk louder because they just signed him. After that 2019 season, he signed an extension, and that extension kicks in this year for 4 more seasons. That's the better part of his prime. So they got to shore up some more help for Dame because they're going to lose Carmelo in the offseason. I don't know what they're doing with Nurkic. So they got to show up some better players for him. I think Giannis has the potential to be a top 10 player all time. If he can win here and maybe win it again, Giannis has a lot of work to do still. He's got a lot of work to do. So well, Rob, I've heard Kevin Love could very well end up in New Orleans. Nah, Jay, I actually think Lonzo would be better with the Knicks. Best offensive rebounder throughout the 90s and 2010. It's a good one. I do live in Florida, Rob. Yes, sir. The best Euro of all times, Dirk Nowitzki. Robert Horry. No question about it. So guys, listen, man, this was awesome. I'm going to get on in the morning and give my assessment. But I'll definitely get with you guys again before game 3. I'll definitely get with you guys again before game 3. Game 3 is Sunday, but I'm going to get with you guys again before game 3. I'll probably get with you guys Saturday. If not tomorrow, I'll definitely get with you guys Saturday before game 3. Absolutely. So as always, it's been great, guys, answering your questions. Let's keep it up. Let's just keep rolling with it. Good to see you guys. Take care. And also, let me drop this for you really quick. That's me, guys. So again, guys, good to see you, and I'll see you again.